75% of people feel pressured to present the perfect image of themselves online. But the reality is, we no longer connect with perfection. We're all craving authenticity. So why are we all faking it? I was one of those people. For years, I lived by the mantra, fake it till you make it. It sounded empowering. It sounded like a shortcut to success. But in reality, instead of pushing me forward, it trapped me. It trapped me in self-doubt, and it trapped me in fear that someone would be able to see through the facade. I'll never forget the day I earned my doctorate from one of Europe's top business schools. It should have been a moment of pride, but instead, I felt like a fraud. I was terrified that someone would look at my research and think, she's not good enough. Because that's what imposter syndrome does to us. It tells us that no matter how much we accomplish, we're not good enough. And the more we keep on faking it, because that's how we're going to make it, the more we're feeding into that story that we're not good enough. Until one day, I stopped. I stopped pretending to be someone I wasn't. And I started showing up as me, the me with a messy, complicated journey, the me who grew up in a war-torn country, the me who defied all cultural barriers and worked in a male-dominated industry, the me who left my comfort zone and started over in a new country, and the me who struggled with infertility. And what I discovered was astonishing. The very things that I was trying to hide, the fears, the doubts, and the imperfections, were the things that made people connect with me, want to talk to me, trust me, and want to work with me. You see, for years, I thought, to have an impact, you need to do massive changes. You need to have great actions. You need to move mountains. But then I realized that the most significant changes and transformations in our businesses and in our personal life often start with the smallest decision. A single choice, a single ripple, and a single moment. And I'm going to repeat that it's a single ripple. And I love ripples because they don't stop with us. Ripples move way beyond us, touching the lives of so many people whom we might never even meet. I'm going to ask you this question. Why do you follow certain influencers on social media? Why did you hire that coach? And why do you trust a specific colleague? I'm sure that it's not because of their perfect resumes or because they have the trendiest Instagram feed. It's because there is something in their story that resonated with you. For example, a personal trainer who openly talks about her struggles with body image is able to make her clients feel protected, seen, and motivated. So the thing is, authenticity is not about changing who we are. It's about becoming more of who we are. It's about aligning our actions with our values. And it's about truly believing that your story is good enough. A lot of people think that this is only for influencers and entrepreneurs. But in reality, it's not. Because that's how we create the ripple effect that's going to change the world. And research shows that personal branding increases credibility, visibility, and career success, which in turn is going to impact promotion, prestige, and financial reviews. And that is where the change actually happens. That's where the transformation happens. So again, authenticity is about trusting who we are and embracing our entire story. Let's take a step back and think of, what if we don't? What if we don't embrace who we are? What's going to happen? Studies show that chronic imposter syndrome leads to anxiety, burnout, and depression. Because constantly trying to pretend and show up as someone else, honestly, it's going to be exhausting, isolating, and it's definitely unsustainable. Let me ask you another question. How much effort are you putting in to fit into someone else's definition of success? How about we move all of that and instead we invest that energy and that time in creating our own path? How much more productive that's going to be. So here's where the interesting thing comes. When you show up authentically, you give others the permission to do the same. Let me repeat this again. When you show up authentically, you give others the permission to do the same. And that's when ripples begin. And those ripples change and become massive waves that not only transform your life, but the lives of those around you. So now, the question would be, that's great, but how can I show up authentically after I've been spending so many years trying to pretend to be something else or trying to fit in? And the answer is not in giant leaps. And the answer is not in chain-moving mountains. The answer is in 5 simple steps. So have your notes ready, and let's work through this together. The first step is know who you are. Identify yourself, otherwise the world will do it for you. So take 5 minutes today and just think with yourself, what do I stand for? What is it that I want the world to know me for? What are my values? The more our actions align with our values, people notice. And that is how we build trust, and that is how influence starts. It's not with an Instagram post, and it's definitely not by dancing on TikTok and not going viral. The second one is audit your presence. Think about the last 5 times you showed up, whether in a conversation, on social media, whatever it is. How did I show up? Was I performing, or was that really me? If there is a gap between how we show up and who we truly are, we need to close that gap. Step number 3, own what you've been hiding. I know you, I see you, because that is me as well. We all have something that we are hiding because we think it's too much or it's not enough. So what I'm challenging you to do today is go on social media and just post one thing about the struggle you're going through. Post about one project behind the scene that is not complete yet. In a meeting, share an idea that you have, even if it's not complete yet. With friends and family, talk to them about your values. What do you believe in? The more you share, the more you're showing up, and you're telling the world, my story is enough. This is my favorite one. Strengthen your inner circle. Your environment either suffocates or supports your authenticity. So look deeply into those who surround you. Are they helping you grow, or are they forcing you to fit in? And find those places. Find places where you can grow, or even better, create those places. I've created them so many times. When I first got pregnant, I created one. When I first moved to the States, I created one. When I first became an entrepreneur, I created one. Create your own space. Don't wait for anybody to do it for you. Help someone else step into their truth. Someone believed in you before you believed in yourself. So be that person for someone else today. Don't wait. Don't wait till you're at a higher level to do that. Start today. And when you find those people, acknowledge their efforts, not just their successes. And share with them your struggles so they don't feel that they are alone. That is how we create those waves of transformation. That is how we transform our lives and the lives of those who are around us. I stand here today not because I faked it. I stand here today because I stopped faking it. Because I did the uncomfortable actions, because I shook my circles, and most important, because I showed up. I showed up as me, and I embraced my journey and my story, all of it, the good, the bad, and the messy. And I found out it's enough. And your story is also enough. We always have a choice. We can either choose to be following trends and chasing them, hiding behind facade, or worrying what other people think, or we can choose to show up just as we are and have full trust that our story is enough and transform our lives and the lives of others. So I ask you today, are you ready to stop faking it? Are you ready to thrive? Yes. Thank you.